David met and proposed to Lana on 90 Day Fiance. Yes, you guys heard that right. Lana is real. Oh my God, you can call me dramatic. I don't even care. This is the most unbelievable thing to ever happen on any season of 90 Day Fiance. David, we all remember David, the delusional, the annoying guy from Vegas. He was talking to this Lana lady for years. He went over to the Ukraine 3 times, and in this season of 90 Day Fiance, he went back to the Ukraine a 4th time and got stood up yet again. Okay, well, a gigantic spoiler came out yesterday from the 90 Day Fiance season finale tell-all, and in this spoiler sneak peek that came out, David went back to the Ukraine, met Lana finally, and he even asked her to marry him. And the craziest thing is, she said yes. I am at a loss for words, so let me just go through everything I know. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible, but so much stuff has happened. What it seems like that happened is David came back to the Vegas. We all saw that he was sad, he was upset. He hired the private investigator. Of course, that guy said, hey, this girl is clearly fake and using you. Well, guess what? It seems like Lana reached back out to David, and David actually went back to the Ukraine. Now, I don't know what, was able to convince David to go back there for the 5th time. I don't know, but it sounds like some way or the other, she actually convinced him to come back. Either way, he went back to the Ukraine, and this time he went to a different town because it seems like she moved from where she was originally living and where, David went to that apartment, where he went to the restaurant, and he got stood up and all that stuff. So David went to a different town, and this time Lana actually showed up. And unbelievably shockingly, she's real. And she, in my opinion, looks like her pictures. She's 28. It sounds like David has been talking to her since she was 20, and they finally met. It wasn't awkward, it was just kind of weird. When they first met, of course, David was like, really seriously, he was crying. He was actually in tears crying. He was so surprised, he was shocked. And Lana, did she have the same emotions? Sorry, David, but no. Lana didn't seem to really care at all. David's enthusiasm was like a 90, 95%. It was really high. Lana's was like a 20, 25. It wasn't very high. She seemed to be kind of putting on a show for David, but she wasn't going crazy by any means. So they ended up meeting, they were hanging out, they were having a good time, and from what we could see in this sneak peek, they had a decent time. I have no idea how long they stayed together, but then when David flew back to the Ukraine, he was in the airport, and he was seriously, at this point, he was crying. He was so sad to leave Lana, his girlfriend, that he got down on one knee and he did the same thing that Jeffrey did to Varia. He asked her to marry him. And what did Lana say? Lana, this girl, said yes. This Lana girl was just like, yeah, I'll marry you. She wasn't so excited, like head over heels in love excited. She basically just said yeah. And that is why I want to get into, what is the deal with this Lana lady? Because TLC did interview her, separately from David, and they were kind of asking her questions on her backstory, what she's like, what she likes about David, and clearly you can just tell from her answers, she likes David for one reason and one reason only, maybe 2 reasons. Number 1, he's from America. Number 2, the guy has money. That's it. Call me rude, I don't care. I really do not care at all, because I saw in Lana's interview, the TLC producers asked, what do you like about David? And she basically just said, he likes to travel, he buys me nice things, and that was pretty much it. And so what do we know about this couple now? Are they still engaged? Are they married? In the tell-all sneak peek that, leaked last night, David also said that him and Lana are kind of on a break because she is mad at him. And this is why. And this just makes absolutely no sense, but I'm going to try and explain it. So basically, David said that the company that owns the dating site is in Florida, and they partner with these agencies, dating agencies in the Ukraine, and these dating agencies recruit women in the Ukraine that are single and they want to talk to men. Basically, it sounds like that these Ukrainian women just kind of work with these dating agencies just to make a living, not because they actually want to meet the love of their life, just because they want to make some money. Either way, Lana was one of these ladies. She was working with a dating agency, she met David, and she also admitted that she met several other men. She didn't get into very specific details, but she did say she was talking to other men. Either way, once 90 Day Fiance aired and everyone and their brother was convinced that Lana was a catfish, guess what happened? This dating agency and the dating, business, the dating website that was based in Florida, they worked together and they were both furious at Lana, and they were freaking out that maybe they were going to get in trouble because they're totally scamming David, or I don't know, but they were freaking out and they were really getting mad at Lana and the dating agency that was working with Lana, to the point where they were getting so much heat and so much bad press. It sounds like that they were considering kind of, I guess, deleting Lana from the dating site so she can't talk to any other men. And the craziest part about this is David was okay with Lana still being on this dating site. Now, I don't get how that makes any sense, but David was trying to rationalize that this is kind of like her career and that she's not talking to these men as like a relationship, but she's talking to these men as just friends, and that they send her nice things and they send her gifts and all this crap. But clearly, these men have to just think, I'm dating this Lana person, and they're probably just as gullible and ridiculous as David. So here David is, standing up for Lana because he is so upset that now she might get kicked off these other dating websites even though he's engaged to her. Absolutely insane, and it makes no sense. And honestly, guys, it just keeps getting crazier because David was standing there defending Lana, and acting like he's totally, absolutely in love, to the point where he did tell Lisa and Usman that he doesn't even want her to come here, and he was even saying that she doesn't even want to come here, which I know for a fact is not true. He was saying that he is actually going to pick up and move to the Ukraine. And maybe he will do that, I don't know. Either way, I do know for a fact that I guarantee you that she wants to come here and that she is just into David for his money. Maybe you guys like David. I think he is kind of cocky and rude the more I see this guy. Either way, David went over there, he met Lana, and in his words, they hit it off, and in Lana's words, like I was saying when they were asking her in the interview questions, what do you think of David? She was basically just saying he likes to travel, he's got money, and he lives in America. That was it. She also said that David likes to buy her nice gifts. Another trait that someone that would just, want to be with someone for the money would say. So guys, this is absolutely insane. Put in the comments below what you guys think. I am still just at a loss for words, but I pretty much basically told you guys the whole gist of what was going on. He went there, they met, they got engaged, and then during the tell-all sneak peek that somehow leaked, David was still just standing up for Lana, and he was acting like Lana is pretty mad with him now in present day, because after the season aired, everyone and their brother was just convinced that Lana was a catfish because it seemed like she was fake. Call me rude, I do not care. Guys, this is absolutely insane. I wanted to get this video out as soon as possible. I'm sorry if I kind of rambled and rant, but put in the comments below what you guys think. I am at a loss for words. This just made my whole day. I'm so excited. But of course, guys, I gotta hear from you guys. So put in the comments below, let me know what you guys are thinking. What is your take? What do you think is going on? And like I said, the sneak peek tell-all leaked. I think it's a two-part series, so not everything came out, just a handful of stuff leaked, and I'm going to do a video tomorrow on everything we know that leaked from this tell-all. But in the meantime, make sure to comment below and stay tuned for many more videos.